What's up, buddy? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What is your name?
Stephen Ryan.
Hello, Steven. Thank you for giving me some of your time.
Not a problem.
Where are you from?
Long Island, New York.
You're from Long Island?
Yes, sir.
Wow. What brings you here to Philadelphia, PA?
Well, actually, I moved all around the country. My mom passed away, left me $100 grand in life insurance. I met my current wife, both addicts at the time. We moved through that in about 9 months. Moved from South Carolina to here because it was the biggest open air drug market and everything was cheaper. Running out of money. Ended up selling my 2011 Cadillac for like $500 cash. We ended up homeless and drug addicted in Philly. And been here about 5 years, and now we got housing from Pathways, and it's lifetime housing as long as we don't screw it up. And we've been blessed.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
36.
36. What substances are you battling?
Crack cocaine, methamphetamine, heroin, fentanyl, xylazine.
Wow. What age did you begin using the substances?
I didn't start anything heavy until I was 23. Started heroin at 26. It's been about 10 years that I've been doing everything else.
So would you say that one was a substance gateway to another? Like, what was the very first one you began using?
I started using methamphetamine because I was 380 pounds and I was a full-time gamer at the time. My doctor told me I was a cheeseburger away from dying from a heart attack or a stroke. My uncle Dion, who's now passed away, taught me how to make shake and bake meth, and I lost 120 pounds in 6 months. And then I went back to my doctor. He dropped me as his client, told me I was stupid for using drugs to cheat. But I lost another 70 pounds after that, continuing to do what I was doing. I almost landed in jail for a long time, manufacturing dope and meth. But it might have saved my life. I really don't know. Then I started using heroin to come off of like week-long binges in meth. And I don't know, now I'm 190 pounds and addicted to just dope and not really meth. I use meth recreationally once a month.
Okay, so before we continue to talk more about the substances, what is your highest level of education?
I have 2 years of college. I have a bachelor, an associate's in English.
Wow. So after high school, did you get into an employment, like a career field?
No, after high school, I went right to college. I was trying to get a degree in philosophy. It didn't work out. I ended up just taking what I could for credits and getting an English degree. It didn't really work out to anything. I could have became a teacher, but they didn't really tell me what my career fields would be for English, and it really wasn't anything. I just wanted to finish school because I put so much money into it already. I just didn't want to walk away.
So did you ever get a chance to work? Like, did you do a 9-to-5 before?
Oh yeah. I've worked as a prison guard. I've worked at casinos. I've worked at different restaurants. I'd say the funnest thing I did was selling timeshares for Wyndham and getting to see different parts of the country and actually going to resorts for being one of the top sellers.
Wow, impressive, sir. Did you grow up with both of your parents, like a full household?
No, I had just my mom. She had me at 18. She was my best friend and my mom my whole life. We traveled every state together. We went to California, Florida, New Mexico, South Carolina, and when she eventually passed, I had a hole in my heart. And then I met my wife, who actually ended up being just like my mom, which is really funny. I'm like, oh my God, I married my mom. I'm like, holy shit.
Wow.
Sorry, I didn't mean to curse on it.
No, it's okay, buddy. Do you have any siblings? Any brothers or sisters?
No, I'm an only child.
Oh, wow. Does any of your family know you're out here?
Yeah, the only family I really have left is my aunt and uncle, Joe and Kathy. They live in South Carolina now. They work and live at a KOA camp. They still support me every once in a while when I need a drop of money to get on my feet. But other than that, they just want what's best for me, and they're the only living relatives I have left. I still check in with them at least once a week.
Okay. Now, I know you said you prefer one substance over the other. We talked a little bit about meth, and then you talked a little bit about heroin.
Right.
What is the difference as far as the feeling? Like, if you would describe the difference, how meth makes you feel versus how heroin makes you feel?
Well, meth, the initial rush when you inject it is like a head-to-toe euphoria, and then it's just it's a rush, like an insane rush over your whole body. But then for the next day or so, your teeth start clenching and you're trying to just fight, like going to sleep or eat food. And after the initial rush, it's just a headache. But heroin, dope, fentanyl, it's more of a downer. It's like the equivalent of like smoking a blunt and drinking a beer at the same time and relaxing.
Wow. How do you support your habit? Like, how do you get money to continue purchasing?
Panhandling right now. I've held odd jobs. I do concrete when my boss takes me back for certain jobs. I was a foreman for about 5 years in South Carolina. When I came up here, they were all unionized for the most part, so I had to work under the table. I was making $18 an hour doing certain concrete jobs and paving, but that's not every day. It's usually like twice, 3 times a month. Other than that, I panhandle out in the street.
What's a good day of panhandling look like?
$180.
Wow.
You can average out between $20 and $30 an hour if you're in a good spot. In Kensington, you average about $5 to $10 an hour. But I don't know. I used to be up on 30th Street by the Amtrak, and that was about $20 an hour.
And what's a bad day look like?
Bad day would be $20 for the whole day. I've gone 2-3 hours without making $1.
What do you like to eat?
My favorite foods are Italian. I love pizza, lasagna, anything like that. After that would be like tacos. I love Mexican food. My favorite right now is the Jamaican beef patties. I don't know what the hell the proper name is for them, but they're so good.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
That's about it.
Do you have a favorite beverage of choice? Something you like to drink?
Coca-Cola or Dave's Blue Pop, always.
Cool. Music. Do you have any music preferences? Any specific genres or bands or something?
Rap for the most part. I like Lil Wayne. I like I don't know. I guess I don't know. I used to like all of Young Money, but it kind of fell off a little bit. I don't know. Drake was good for a while. Now his stuff's kind of off. I don't know. I'll just go with Lil Wayne for now. And AOTP, Army of the Pharaohs. The stuff's crazy. Vinny Paz is from Philly, and I'll be honest, every one of them in there, D-Moz and all of them are ridiculous. They're really good lyricists. Just it's hard to stay up on music now. Every time I get a phone, it gets stolen out here because it's just part of the game.
Do you have any favorite shows or cartoons when you were growing up? Any movies, anything in particular?
I love Family Guy, South Park, Big Bang Theory. I always loved all Stephen King movies. I don't know, anything sci-fi was always a good hit, and horror. And after that would be comedy genre. I've watched every Adam Sandler movie at least 20 times.
Adam Sandler?
Yeah.
I love Adam Sandler too, man. That's awesome. Do you have any children?
No.
You don't have no children?
I didn't want to have CPS knock on the door and say, hey, you messed up. I want to have at least 3 years clean time, but I've already gone through the problem of my life being on drugs, and it just hasn't happened. I don't want to have someone like, yo, you messed up, taking your kids.
So I don't think I asked you this. How many years have you been here in the Kensington area?
5.
5 years?
Yeah.
What do you think about how Kensington looks?
It's definitely a culture shock. It's different from almost anywhere in the world except for Camden, but bigger. It's like one of the biggest open-air drug markets, but there's a real sense of community out here. I've never seen anybody like take up for each other more than people in Kensington. I mean, you see a girl getting roughed up, you see 30 guys run to her rescue. You know what I mean? There's a real sense of community when something's going wrong or bad. I mean, maybe a lot of addicts out here, but I know doctors that are addicts now. I know lawyers, people that have had everything in the world on Wall Street, and now they're sitting here under the bridge with me, like sleeping on the side of the road. And it's just anyone can be addicted, and it can happen to anybody. Like, I don't think that it just happens to those who are unfortunate. I've seen everybody lose it all. I've seen the person that has nothing become a millionaire, and I've seen the person that was a millionaire end up with a cardboard box.
Absolutely. Very powerful words, sir.
It's beautiful out here. I mean, I wish the garbage was picked up a little bit more, but they're working on it. So, I mean, I can't complain. It's definitely different from anywhere in the world.
What do you think about the lawlessness that goes on under the, as far as people are able to get away with a lot more here than they probably are in other areas of the city and or country?
I just think that the police let us manage ourselves. If someone gets shot or murdered and you got dope in your system, it's a good excuse to put that murder to the side. But you can't just go walk up and kill an average citizen. You know what I mean? If someone's doing a gang fight or a drug confrontation or a robbery gone bad, the police are going to be less likely to investigate that murder unless they happen to catch you on scene, catch you with a body camera, catch you with a surveillance camera. Just because it's like, you know, you asking for it by being in the wrong place at the wrong time. I mean, if a stray bullet hits a kid, amen. You know, put that person away for life, whoever the hell has done it. But if someone gets shot because they're dealing on a corner, it is what it is. It's still part of the game. You done messed up. You probably robbed somebody. You probably shorted someone or did something you weren't supposed to do. It's been record number of murders this year, record number of them unsolved. But I mean, it's just because there's no one going to City Hall saying, "No, I need to find out who killed my baby." You know what I mean? It's just, it's sad. I think if you have dope in your system, when you get killed, the police are like, "We got no witnesses. We're gonna put that one to the side." But they do very hard work to try to keep the average citizen safe.
Yes, sir. Where do you see yourself in 5 years, my friend?
Hopefully working full time and starting a family. I really don't want to do this any longer. I was done with this life 2 years ago, but I'm waiting patiently for my wife to be ready to be done too. But I gave her an ultimatum. If she's not ready by Christmas, I have to go on without her. And it's sad, but I've only known her as an addict, so I'm really not going to be missing much if I have to walk away, because I don't know what her life is like without being an addict.
Is she out here with you too?
Yeah, she's under the bridge right now.
Oh, wow. And if you had an opportunity to change something in this world, what would you change and why?
I'm not really sure. I guess I would change. I don't know. I guess how hard it is to get all the documentation you need to be set up with everything that goes on as being an American citizen. Like, it's taking me forever to get a birth certificate right now. It's very hard to keep that, Social Security cards and IDs. Right now it's $32 for an ID. You know what I mean? It's just, if everything was free and within a day's time, it'd be a lot easier for people to get on their feet and move on quicker. I mean, just, I guess the bureaucratic financials and everything that's paperwork done in the system, if it was a quicker process and easier for people to get their hands on what they needed, it would definitely free up a lot of excuses. That's about it.
Thank you very much for your time, sir.
Thank you.